Hi guys, and welcome back to another Sonic Academy video tutorial. In this one we're going to show you how you can introduce a lot more sort of wave types into your sounds or into your mixes. If you're just using maybe the likes of silence, you'll notice that you've just got that sort of sine wave, you've got the pulse, triangle, you've got a saw wave, and you've got a couple other there's like your white noise and things. But you know, there's many other wave types, and they're sort of just they're variations on those types, but they're slightly different. They're just distorted wave types, and you can introduce your own by playing around with the Waveshaper in Ableton, which is very useful for bringing in sounds that you never really can sort of set out to make. You know, it's something you just sort of stumble across, and then before you know it, you've got a great sound that you can use in your tracks. So I'm going to show you how you can go about this. So I'm going to go to the Insert MIDI track, drop in a silent. I'm going to initialize this, so I'm just going to start off. It's got a basic saw wave here, so I'm going to change this to something. I'm going to change it to a tri-saw. So, I mean, this doesn't sound very interesting at the minute. You know, you certainly wouldn't use it as a main lead in your song. So I'm just going to go and grab the saturator, drop this in, and I'm going to go down to the bottom here, and we're going to select the Waveshaper. I'm going to turn the color on. Okay, now so the main controls that are going to control this sound are our depth control and this period control, and also the curve. And the damp control will kill some of the high end. So we're going to bring this linearity control down to 0. The drive is basically, it's almost acts as your sort of dry wet. So we're going to put it up quite high. I'm going to put our curve up to 100. So now, once you're at this point, you can generate sounds by messing around with this period, depth, and this frequency control once you push this depth up. So if you add a slight bit of depth, you can play around with this frequency. You've also got this bass control as well. Going to bring the volume of this back slightly. Okay, so I mean, I'm literally just pushing buttons here. So I mean, you know, you've changed a simple tri-saw wave into something with a lot of sort of texture behind it. And again, you can influence this drastically by changing sounds going into this saturator. So if I was to drop in a distortion, you know, you've got something interesting happen there as well. And we'll drop in maybe, we'll go for the filter type, and we'll go for the cutoff. We'll bring this down. We'll add maybe just a you know, you got a really cool bass line there now. That you can maybe use in drum and bass. And then maybe adding sort of a resonance control, give you some more inspiration. This is completely to do with trial and error when it comes to getting a nice sound out of this. So I mean, it's just covering this to give you an idea of what sort of sounds you can come up with. If you're looking for a bit of inspiration, I would suggest doing this. Just drop in a Silenth, put a standard wave type on there, and then stick this in and play around with the sounds. That's something you could very easily put into your track. And then again, change the wave types. You generate something really, really complex and interesting to listen to.